Hey, Lifehouse, I'm Pastor Zach. This is Pastor Jordan. And Jordan, 2 weeks ago, we had our annual vision meeting. And this past Sunday, you shared about it. And we approved our elders, we approved this year's budget, but we also approved this CIF buyout.
That's right.
And there's a lot of information in an email you can check out. But maybe just give us a little, if you don't know what that is, maybe just give us a little background, where that came from.
Yeah, depending on how long you've been at our church, you've maybe heard us talk about our 50/50 church property partner, which is CIF, Church Investors Fund. And about 40 years ago, we ended up moving into this property. We believe God planted us here strategically, right at the crossroads of I-80 and Sierra College in this burgeoning community. And yet, there was a plan about 15 years ago to move, because the building was beginning to deteriorate and had some challenges, to move to a different site. But the challenge was the property that we were going to move into actually didn't go through. And so there was a financial stress put during that time on our church.
Yeah.
And CIF helped bail us out. They became property partners here.
Yeah.
And so they actually own 50% of our property here, of these 10 acres.
Yeah. And so you guys have been in negotiations the last couple of months, especially longer than that, to what it looked like to buy them out. And so you guys have come to an agreement. Why don't you explain what that is?
I am so excited for this agreement. Rick Lagomarsino, our deacon of finance, as well as Mel Douglas and our elders, have really helped progress in these conversations over the last 3-4 years. And God has worked the miracle. We're coming to terms in principle on paper, and we're in the process of signing that paper because the congregation approved that vote at our annual meeting for us to move forward. And so there's certain terms that we will buy out the property and become 100% owners in all 10 of these acres. But the truth is, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
It does come at a cost, that 50%, because this whole property is worth about $6 million.
Yeah.
And so you would think, well, 50%, maybe it's $3 million. Well, they're actually discounting some of that for us so we can actually come through on that. We've worked a viable agreement.
That's good. And so why does this matter, Jordan?
Yeah.
Why is this a big deal? Why are we celebrating this even right now?
Man, God has worked in our relationship with CIF over the years, and we're on the same page. They actually are excited for us that we get to move in to this new phase of ministry expansion. And we entered into a vision process where we feel God calling us to not only update this immediate building and be a light to the community there, but in the future expand our ministries, expand the footprint here all the way up to along I-80. And just imagine this being a hub, a sending base that we can really reach this community regionally in the days ahead.
Yeah. And so my last question, Jordan, just as a pastor, I can't get my family to agree on what they want for dinner some nights. And so it was a challenge, even just agreement. But at our vision meeting, it was voted 100% that this is what we want to do as a church. And just as a pastor, what does that mean to you?
It just feels like God is redeeming the time. And the 40 years ago, we are now seeing the fruit of all that work and effort and sweat that all the people originally planted here, and to see us now living into that future that God had for us makes me so excited. I'm also incredibly grateful for the people of sacrifice, to those who went before us, but also in helping us buy out CIF. That is coming through a large portion of that through generous proceeds of people who have a passion for us to live into this. And so really grateful for that. And if you're in a position and you can help financially for us to fully fund this buyout, Rick Lagomarsino, our deacon of finance, he has all the information. He can get that to you. But we're excited where we are at.
Yeah. As you read through the document, if you have some questions, what do you do? If somebody has a question or want to know more, where would you point them?
They can reach out to me, or they can reach out to Rick Lagomarsino or Gary Charis. He's our elder chair, and all of us will be equipped with the info.
Yeah. Well, here, church, I hope you hear that. As we are in 2026, God is doing amazing things as a church-wide and in people's lives all the time. And we just want to stop and celebrate and let you know what's happening here at Life and how you can participate and what God's doing here at Lifehouse. Any last thoughts, Jordan?
The best is yet to come.